Why don't guys want to commit? Okay, why is it that men struggle to commit nowadays? In this new dating landscape of the world, finding a serious relationship with a guy can be quite hard. So here's the thing, there are a few quick, easy reasons why a guy won't commit, and then there's one big, major reason why most guys that you will date are not looking for a serious commitment. But the first quick reasons are something like he just came out of a breakup, maybe he just went through a big event in his life, he's about to move country, or he's really just not looking to date right now, which if he's not looking to date right now, you've been meeting up with him in the first place, would you? But outside of those quick, easy reasons, which are very easy to understand and very easy for people to communicate, what is the main reason why guys don't commit nowadays? And we're talking about the guy he's in good health, good shape, he's happy with where he is in life, he is up for dating and he's up for meeting people. What is it with this kind of man that seems to struggle with choosing just one woman? Well, first we have to understand one thing. There are two types of men in the dating market right now. Two types of men. There is the small 20% of men who get the majority of the opportunity, and then there is the rest of the guys who get almost zero opportunity. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, to give you a very, very quick explanation of this, basically it's the Pareto principle, okay? It's the 80-20 rule. It's a universal principle that seems to naturally happen throughout the universe. 20% of suns in our galaxy hold 80% of the galaxy's mass. 20% of cities in the world hold 80% of the world's population. 20% of authors are responsible for 80% of books sold. 20% of people hold about 80% of the world's wealth. And if you're in a Western country, you're included in that 20%. So when it comes to dating, it's about 20% of men are dating and having sex with about 80% of the women. They get the majority of the attention, okay? Statistically, men on dating apps, they swipe about 40 to 60% of the time. Women only swipe about 5 to 10% of the time. Now, if I ask you, okay, out of 50 guys who maybe would randomly approach you, right, old, young, fat, slim, whatever it is, right, whatever color or creed they are, how many of those 50 guys do you actually like the look and vibe enough that you go, you know what, I would go on a date with you? Chances are less than 5. But what ends up happening is that the same 5 guys girl A chooses are the same 5 guys girl B chooses and girl C and girl D, okay? So you end up getting a very small percentage of men, right, who get all of the opportunity, right? That is basically the 80-20 rule of the dating landscape in a nutshell. These are the two different kinds of guys. The guys who get all the opportunity and the guys who get zero opportunity. Now, here's the thing. The guys who get little opportunity, the majority, they actually want a relationship. They want commitment, they want to find a girlfriend, someone that they can build with, share intimacy with. The guys in the 20% who get the majority of the opportunity, they are not looking to settle down yet, or they don't look for a relationship because they're not ready to settle down, okay? Now here's the thing, chances are, if you're a woman, probably most of the guys you've dated are guys in this top bracket, right? They're the 20% who are tall, attractive, confident, successful, whatever it is, right? The kind of guy that you would look at and go, yeah, other girls want him too. So the reason he's not ready for a relationship, even though these guys are, is because the truth is men naturally enjoy sexual variety and they want to indulge in that if they can. So it can be very difficult for a woman to convince a guy in this top bracket if he has a lot of sexual abundance and he can be sleeping with different girls at the same time. A lot of the time, most of those kind of guys are gonna be indulging in that, which means he's not gonna be choosing just one woman. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. Not every guy in that top 20% is looking to be having sex with multiple girls, right? And also as well, it can be sometimes a guy can be sleeping with multiple women and having all his fun and all this variety of having sex with different people, but then that one girl who just comes along and just completely turns his world upside down. Now, while that happens on occasion, that is not the norm, all right? That is not what normally happens. Now, you may be thinking, okay, well, I don't want to be with a guy unless I am that woman for him. Listen, it is nice to think, but I think you sell yourself short if you go, okay, I have to be that kind of girl, otherwise I'm not gonna accept anything less than a guy whose life I completely change. For most people, that's not gonna be the case, and that's okay, right? That doesn't mean that you can't have a fulfilling relationship. But the reason I wanna tell you all this is because the only point where this kind of guy right? The desirable guy who you most likely do date, right? The guys that you want, who you most likely are dating, having sex with. The only point where this guy is ready to have a commitment and is going to have a relationship with you is when he is ready to settle down. It is when he is ready to start building a family, building a legacy. Is when he gets to a point where he's so on his purpose that actually having multiple women is more of a distraction for him. It's when he recognizes that actually there is more value in being in a relationship with the right kind of woman compared to just having a variety. Now, don't get me wrong, he's going to enjoy that variety, right? That's what guys do. But until he is ready to settle down, until he is ready to commit, settle down, he is not going to commit to anyone because he doesn't have to. Okay, he doesn't have to. It's the equivalent, like, look, if you're a girl and you just like going on different dates with different guys and you're not really looking to get into a committed relationship, then you're just going to indulge in that. But that means there are going to be guys who are going to be taking you on dates who may want to get into a relationship, but you're just looking to date and have fun and have different experiences, right? It's the same thing, just in different realms. So with all that being said, what's the best thing for you to do? Well, the way I see it, you have two options. You can A, start to prioritize men who want a commitment. So start to let go of the standards of, oh, he has to be 6 foot tall. Oh, he has to have an amazing body. Oh, he has to have the perfect smile or perfect eyes, right? Let go of those standards, because those standards have nothing to do with the kind of relationship that you could have with him or whether they are conducive for having a great relationship. So what I would say is change your list of priorities. You can still like what you like, but start to prioritize a guy who wants a girlfriend, right? Start to prioritize a guy who wants to treat you right and take you out on dates, as opposed to, hey, do you want to come over at 10 p.m. for a Netflix and chill? Because you're more likely to find a very great guy in this pool of men who maybe at first may not catch your attention out of a group of 10 guys, but actually is the one you can have a most fulfilling relationship with, because he's going to appreciate the value that you bring and not just see you as a sexual option, which is what most of these guys are most likely doing. Or there's another option in terms of getting commitment, and it's about recognizing the signs that a guy in this pool is ready to have a commitment. Recognizing the signs that he is looking for a relationship to start building and he is ready to settle down. If you want to know what those signs are, this is the video that you need to watch, so make sure you check that out. And if you're looking for a guy who sparks up your love life, make sure you subscribe to this wonderful tribe. And as always, keep it slick.